Tesla has a new product out, and no, it's not the Model Y, but it is aftermarket one, and it is enhanced anti-theft device that can be installed sort of aftermarket. Very interesting. They don't really do that very often. So let me tell you a little bit about that, whether or not I will or could even get it, whether you should get it, and how does it compare to the rest of the car universe? Is this something new, or is this something that should have been in our cars all along? All of this is coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, welcome to your number one source of unbiased electric car news. I can't even believe I have to say unbiased, but that's what it is because Tesla, non-Tesla people, you know. Anyway, if this is your first time here, well, welcome. And don't forget to click on that subscribe button down there in red. It's free. That way you don't miss anything moving forward. Okay, let's talk about this new enhanced anti-theft feature. And this is the image that came on their website when you go to their shop. And now my first question was like, what do I have now? Do I have unenhanced anti-theft? You know, and so yeah, so apparently, and let me just show you the description of how they're describing it. It says it will increase your vehicle's protection with active sensor technology designed to detect motion inside the cabin, as well as sense if the vehicle is moved or tilted. It will warn against potential theft with an audible alarm. Okay, sounds pretty good. I thought I had all of this actually all along. I think I had it in cars that I had before, like 10 and 15 years ago. So now it kind of made me wonder, is this something that should have been, I mean, I know other cars have it, like especially luxury cars have it. And I know sometimes people are not really that crazy about the motion sensors inside of the car. You know, because sometimes they would lock their kids or dogs or whatever inside and it will trigger them. But you can, switch that on and off. Let me know in the comment section, does your car have these features already? If it's not a Tesla, if it's, any other car, electric or gas. Again, I thought this was here all along. Now, this feature is $350. That includes installation at the Tesla service center. Now, I have a Model S that's 2015, I think earlier 2015. And once again, I don't know if it's a cursed car or whatever. Got it right before the facelift. Doesn't get any of the autopilot updates or enhancements. I think I missed out on something else. On the version 9 software doesn't, work for some of it, even though I haven't even gotten my version 9. And now, guess what? The model, it literally specifically says the Model S cars that are made before September 16th of 2015, which mine was, don't get this feature. Like literally all other Model X, except for pretty much my car and like a few other people who are in the same boat. I'm exaggerating, but so okay, so I can't get it now. I guess this builds into like I think a dashboard, but I mean it blends into the interior, and there's been some reports about Teslas being stolen and hacked and stuff like that, but overall I believe there's only like 3 cases of successful theft of Tesla in America, and we have a lot of these cars now here, right? So there's also, of course, there's a passive entry that you can disable if you don't want your fob to be hacked, though Tesla just came up with a newer version of the fob, and that's also available for the Model 3 now. That is not as hackable, and of course they have a pin to drive, another safety feature here. So so it's harder to steal your car. Yeah. Now let me also tell you about whether or not you can use it in the app, if it really even makes sense, if it's not, and then again whether or not Tesla specifically are more vulnerable to being stolen, and if this is actually a useful feature. Before that, of course, I just want to remind you, this show and this channel is sponsored by Climate Exchange, and they're running a pretty cool raffle. They're a non-profit organization. There's a link in the description of this video if you want to enter that raffle. It is a $250 ticket, and it is only limited to the United States, but they're raffling off 3 different brand new Teslas, and there's going to be no more than 4,000 tickets sold. I know they're getting close to that, so if you want to go ahead and grab it in the description of this video. And even if you don't win, first of all, the chances are amazing. It looks like I've never seen chances like this. But even if you don't win, you will be contributing to a nonprofit organization that's moving us towards a low carbon economy. So thank you to them for for sponsoring this video on this channel. Now let's get back to how safe are Teslas as far as being broken into. Again, only three cases of successful theft, and overall people kind of almost know not to steal it. Now I had my Tesla broken into a while back, and this is I think this is from a couple of years ago. This is a pretty common picture. This is how they usually do it, because they break that window and then they lower the back seat to see what's in the trunk. And this is just like, I mean, you'll see lots and lots of these pictures out there from, people who have the car broken into. I actually had a dash cam running, and unfortunately, there's nothing. The police, this was in Oakland. This was kind of my fault. I parked it in a really dark part of the dark parking lot in Oakland and at night. So kind of take partially the blame. Dash cam video didn't help because, and by the way, there was another member of my Facebook forum with the Tesla Model S owners who literally had the same thing happen to him like a day before, a day after, same people, same car, and it was like maybe 50 miles away. So they were like running this, and it's like a brand new Lexus, which means that's probably using a dealership car, or stolen car. My alarm didn't go off. Obviously, not from the sound, not from the shaking, not from the motion sensors, which apparently I don't have. This was the car that I already sold a couple of months ago. This was my second Tesla. And I mean, here's the problem that I have with this feature. I mean, $350 for an alarm sounds kind of expensive, even including installation, because I feel like you can get it for less and will have more features if you just get it like at the sound shop or whatever. But nothing crazy. I mean, it is Tesla installed and it's a Tesla product. Integration is probably much smoother. But here's my problem. This does not seem like it will notify you in your app. And I would think that would be the simplest part of this whole thing, really. And secondly, probably the most useful part, and something that would, put this specific accessory, aside from everybody else. Let me know. Is this something you guys would buy, if you or will buy, already have bought? Do you think the app feature would be extremely important for something like this? Let me know. Well, in my case, I don't really have a choice because it's not available and it's not compatible with my Model S. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you're gonna do. Also, just want to give a few shout outs to the new Patreons who are supporting the show and keeping it unbiased and independent. Thank you so much, guys. And Robert Go. I think we talked on during our conversations on my subscriber hangout, and I see you in the comment section. So thank you so much for becoming a Patreon. I really appreciate it. Frank Asada, also welcome to the Patreon community that I have. I really appreciate all of you guys. You get a bunch of different perks, which I hope you enjoy as well, including watching me live right now as I tape these videos to be posted on YouTube throughout the day. This way you get pretty much first access. And last but not least, also pretty active lately, Kimberly Kellogg. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for supporting my show. I'm also doing the extra mile segment, which is just specifically live, specifically for my Patreons, of course, better access. If you want to watch me live on YouTube, I do that once a week. Just a subscriber hangout, already scheduled one for this coming Sunday. So if you browse to the homepage of my channel, you will be able to see that and actually click on the reminder link so you can be reminded about that. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys again. It's always been fun, and I just started doing it a few weeks ago, and I'm going to continue doing that. All right, other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.